time to start building our dreams, and that's exactly what we've been doing over the last year and a half with Project Rampage. If you notice, we've added the satellite dish, and it actually does kind of block where our windshield sprayers are. And so I looked at other options, and I just happened to come across these. There's actually a Mopar kit out there for off-road wiper blades to upgrade your Jeep. So the other thing about these is a lot of times you'll spray, you know, 70% will go on the windshield, the rest will go on the people behind you, or just out there, and you're kind of throwing water away. These are actually kind of cool. This is a part number PW100013AC. These actually come with a refill kit. So even though you're spending a little bit of money up front, you're actually getting a free set of, you know, refills for it. And all it is you open it up. These are the high performance wiper blades. You scan the little QR code here, takes you to a website. It gives you some somewhat instructions, but we're going to actually figure it out as we go. I know we're going to have to plug them in under the hood. We are going to have to pull the old wiper blade arms off to retrofit them. And here in the kit, it comes with a couple of blades, and I'll show you what's unique about those. And then it comes with a set of refills, and these refills are kind of dirty. You don't want to lose these, but you do have 2 refills. So you're basically getting, you know, wiper blades plus a refill set, and the refills aren't bad. They're like 25 bucks in this day and age, where it's like over 25 bucks for a single wiper blade, especially for an aero blade. I think the kit's going to be worth it. You know, 2-3 wiper blade changes down the road. And then it comes with this sprayer hose kit, and this will go in underneath and tie into where the sprayer is now. What I really like about these, and I'll kind of show you, is I'm into rally cars and stuff like that. So here on the actual wiper, it has an input for a tube, and then this tube runs into these 2 tubes. One goes down, one goes up, and then each one of them has a little hole about every inch. And what that's going to do is it's going to fan the water across your windshield to wipe that extra mud off and everything else. So are they a nice to have instead of a must have? Maybe. They do say Jeep on them. These are the official Mopar ones. Again, they are replaceable. I've actually had good luck with the factory wiper blades. And so these will just clip in. The hose will get connected to the arm. The hose will run down inside the front valance, or where the wiper blade arm is, the plastic piece. Then it'll run under the hood and connect in. With this, we were getting, you know, probably about 50% of the water on the outsides was going on the windshield. The rest was actually taking and just, you know, soaking the underside of our Starlink. So that's the second reason we wanted these, and I think it's cool. Just, you know, if you can get the water closer to where it is. Wiper blades from the factory have never been that good. These are Mopar Performance blades, so you know, they've got holes all the way down at the bottom, all the way up to the top. So we should see a good pattern of spray when we get these things installed, and it should be an easy project. All right, guys, so all you have to do, pop these little caps off. Mine actually came off pretty easy because the Jeep's pretty new. And now you're just going to take and actually pull your wiper blade off. So this is a Duralast pitman arm puller. Could have probably used this when we did our pitman arm. All we're going to do, loosen this up, put it around, and our arm centered up. Here at the top, we're going to make sure that it's on there nice and square. I'm going to use a 18mm socket. Hopefully you'll be able to see. Get the puller on, slid in. Now we're just going to take this and go tight with it, and you should feel it pop. So that's all that's going to do. And once you pull your arm off, you're going to raise it up, and then make sure when you line it back up, you're going to want to line it up with your marks from your windshield. So now that that's off, we're going to go pull the other side. Pull the cap off. These are 15 mil. Take this side off. puller down. So the puller looks like that. We're just going to slide it in underneath. And then we're going to go tight with the bolt. And again, it should pop. And there we go. Give it a couple of turns, take it loose. Raise our arm up. And we can take our arm off. Next thing we'll have to do is we'll have to pull this cover off. Alright guys, so here all we're doing is popping this cowl plate off carefully. Making sure we don't damage anything. Just kind of clips into place. Just running our tool down behind. Run our tool across the front. Not a lot of pressure. Alright. Now we can take our cowl screen here, set to the side. Alright guys, so now we've got that exposed. We're going to pop open the hood. Make sure our dish is nice and tight. The strap on there to keep everything extra tight. Clean this out while we're in there. That's where your wiper blade motor is. Alright guys, so looking under the hood of the Eco Diesel, mine's actually run over here to the right corner. So it's really easy to remove this hose. And so all you can do is there's a couple of tabs, you just squeeze that and pull, and it comes right out. Our new hose here has a Y and a connector. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to drop this in. We're going to run it through. And it pops out right here. So just naturally popped out right here. Took our hose, we ran it down. We're going to run it through right here. Couldn't be that easy, right? Alright guys, so we're opting to take this one out of the Rubicon hose, transfer it over to the new kit. I thought it would be easy plug and play, but clearly it's not. Alright, now we got a Rubicon one out. We're going to take our new one and pull that one too. And that one came out, just plastic. Just for comparison, you can see here's the Rubicon, here's the one that the kit came with. So slide that in. And now we can clip that one back in and pull our excess through. Alright, to prep our wiper blades, all we're going to do, there's a tab in here, you can pull that. Pull out your old wiper. We're going to take our new wipers and put in. So this is the top side, this is the bottom. The Jeep emblem here goes a certain direction. So Jeep is going to be facing down. It clicks in, and then all we have to do now is rig our hose. We add a little bit of soap on there. Just a drop will do. Get it all over our receiving end, our male side. Need some extra friction, and use a towel, and you're just going to push that up to where it's flush. Now you're just going to take, again, the bend in your wiper blade. It's going to go like that, and then here your hose is going to run down the side. It shows running the hose down the middle and through the spring. So, and then you'll clip in your blade. So we've already got our hose run down through the center here of our spring. Now we just need to take our clips and clip those to the inside of the arm here. So that works there. Got one there. And we'll clip one more up here at this end. And that will keep everything tucked up out of the way. So it'll look like that. Nobody will ever know that you got super special wiper blades. Then we just connect this end to where it's plugged in and mount it back to the Jeep. So I'm going to go through one more time on the other arm. So real easy here. I'm going to push your tab. It's off our old blade. Set that to the side. We have our new blades in the box. If you ever need to change the refills on these, it's actually really easy. If you look on the back side here, there's a little tab. All you have to do on the side that says Jeep, pull that up with this thumb or screwdriver out of the way, and then you can slide out your refill. And when you're ready to slide your refill back in, you do that, and you want to make sure this hose here in the middle is connected. So hose is connected. You see these little orifices, that's where the spray is going to come out. So pretty cool. Right, so we took our arm off again. Take our hose section that they give you. They give you two of these little hoses. Put one drop on there. I used a bit much. Be okay. Put the rest down here. Push it on the best you can. And then to get you a little extra grip between the rubber and the soap, I'm just using a rag to kind of work the rubber up and around. You don't want to press, if you're pressing real hard, go get some soap. It's rubber and plastic, so you do want to be a little bit careful with them. Alright, it's a nice tight fit. On our arm here, when we flip it over, we can go ahead and connect it. So Jeep is going to go, that's going to be the top side, the top of the letters. So it's nice that they put that on there. Rotate this over. And bend this part down. Don't catch your hands and pinch it there. Run your hose through your spring, up and out. And then you can come back with your plastic tabs that they give you in the bag. So they give you 2 wire ties, 2 tabs. I just took one of the tabs here, put it over the hose. They're just little plastic tabs. And then stretched it over the arm so it clicks into place there where the spring connects. And up here at the top end, I figure in case the wiper ever has to be bent or something, I'm going to put our other one up here. A little plastic piece will go over, clips on there. Super simple. So other than having the gear puller, this really isn't that bad of a job, with some basic tools and a body tool to pull that front grill off. Now that we've got that down, we have our hose pieces here. So short end will go to the driver's side, long end will come over here to the passenger side, and we should be able to wire tie these off so that they don't move around when the wiper is going through its motions. It shows taking this hose when it comes up and zip tying it off here. And these zip ties they use are kind of cool. They kind of just wrap around and go back through. And then we'll make sure this route's up through here. and the other one routes through here. So and that one's going to route through there. Biggest thing is just making sure there's no interference with arms themselves. Okay, we got that. Our excess pulled through. Got our excess pulled through on that one. And we're just going to push this back down into place. Check our other side. Here, just going to lay down our arm. Put a little bit of soap on this one so it'll connect together nice and easy, and it did. Alright, here I'm going to want to rotate this down where that last one was, which was right about there. And now we got it tight. That one's too low. So if you have to make an adjustment, make your adjustment. You want to make sure it bites on there really good. Now for this, I wouldn't use power tools. I would just do this by hand. Alright, we got our arm tied over here, so looking pretty good, right about where the old one was, maybe one notch lower. Let's go do the other side. We're going to do the same thing over on this side. Lay our arm down, we put a little dab of soap on here for our connection. Make sure our connection's good and tight. And we're just going to kind of line up our arm where the last one was, which was right about in there. Make sure it's seated, make sure it doesn't twist. Now we're just going to wrench it down, make sure it's snug. Doesn't have to be super tight. Now we're going to go test them out. I don't necessarily like how this one over here looks, so we're going to tuck this hose away a little bit. Try to get down underneath the arm, just for aesthetics. Much better, much cleaner. Pretty good. So the last thing we're going to have to do is put our plugs back on, shove that back down in there, I guess. Put the plug back on this side. We're in business. Pretty cool. Enjoyed today's video as we installed the Mopar high performance wiper blades. Again, Not too expensive. I think these were about $159. Out of that, you're getting your initial set of wiper blades plus a refill. Typically, wiper blades will last anywhere from 6 months to a year, depending on where you live. For us, it's closer to 6 months because of high heat. But you're getting, and the refill packs are only like $25, whereas some wiper blades on the market, you're going to pay like $30 per blade. So these are like $160. You eat the $100 cost up front, but you get the cheaper refills on the back end. So for my setup with Starlink up here, it's going to put the water on the windshield instead of all over the hood, possibly damaging the paint over time. So anytime you run through mud, a lot of rally cars, they'll run jets. Mud trucks, they'll run jets. Not quite jet power, but it's good to have the water on the windshield. I can already tell the windshield's cleaner than the blades that we just took off, and those were the OEM blades, and they lasted about a year and 3 months, so that's actually pretty good. And with that being said, hope you enjoyed today's video. If you would, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, ring the bell so you get the notifications, and keep coming back for more. Next week we're going down to Jeep Beach, which you guys should see that video come out right after this one, so make sure you subscribe, ring the notifications, and when that video drops, come check us out. We're going to be with our friends at Toyo Tires again. Toyo's been a huge supporter of the channel. We've received great support from all the companies we've worked with on projects. The Mopar windshield wipers, I did pay for those myself, but I think economically, I think it's a good investment, especially for my setup. Want to keep from spraying the windshield, but also when we get off-road and you start getting into clay and thick mud and stuff like that that gets thrown up, it's going to help clear that off. If you've ever been through clay, you know it takes like 3 or 4 passes to get the wipers through. When you can help wash it away and flush it away with extra washer fluid, I'm looking forward to that. So with that being said, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys down at Jeep Beach.